Morning everybody, we're going to be having a look at adding and subtracting fractions with the same denominator today. You're going to need your pencil and exercise book or the worksheet, or you can do the worksheet straight onto Seesaw. So in today's maths lesson, we're going to be adding and subtracting fractions. Each of the fractions in today's lesson have the same denominator. Some of the answers will become improper fractions, which is where then you'll need to then convert them into mixed numbers as well. Okay then, so let's have a look first of all at question 1, where we're going to be having a look at adding and subtracting fractions using the bar model method. This is a really good visual method for making sure you can see the fractions, and then it helps you with the answer. So let's have a look at the first question on my whiteboard here. We've got 3 6 add 5 6, and because we're dealing with 6, we've split our bar models into 6 parts each, because we know that our denominator tells us how many parts the whole has. So 3 6 add 5 6. Now if you've got different coloured pens or pencils, it would be good for you to colour these in different, the 3 6 in a different colour to the 5 6. So I'm just going to do my 3 6 like that, and my 5 6 I'm going to now add on. Now I know that I'm going to go on to a second bar model here because there's more than 6 altogether here when I add the 3 and the 5 together. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then I can see that I have coloured in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 parts altogether. 8 6 is the answer as an improper fraction. Now as a mixed number, what would that be? Well done, it would be 1 whole and 2 6. So the second box, if there is one, is because you can then convert that into a mixed number. Let's have a look at a subtraction now. So we've got 9 6 take away 4 6. And again, I've got 2 bar models because I know that I'm starting with 9 6 here, which is an improper fraction. I know that's more than 1 whole. So the first thing I'm going to do is colour in 9 6. So that's 6 parts of the first one and 3 more here. And finally, I'm going to be subtracting 6. So to do that, I'm going to cross those off. 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm left with the answer, which is then 5 6. So for question 1, you're going to be using the bar model method. I'd like you to be having a go at that now. And then in question 2, we've got the same concept again, adding and subtracting fractions. We know that the denominators are all the same, but we just don't have the bar models this time. So we know that the efficient way of adding and subtracting fractions with the same denominator is to add the numerators. So 3 eighths plus 7 eighths. You could draw it on a bar model if you like as well to check, but I just need to add my 3 and my 7 together, which gives me 10 eighths. If there's another box, that means that you must be able to convert it into a mixed number because it was an improper fraction. So 10 eighths is the same as 1 whole and 2 eighths. We know there's 8 eighths in a whole, and then there's 2 more that we need to count for. Okay, and then a subtraction here, 16 tenths take away 7 tenths. So because this is obviously a subtraction, we need to make sure that we are subtracting the numerator from the numerator. this is the efficient method, remember. We know we're dealing with tenths, so the denominator will stay the same. 16 take away 7 is 9. You'll notice there isn't another box here because that is a proper fraction. I can't convert that into a mixed number. So on the second page of questions, we're looking at showing our understanding of adding and subtracting fractions in different ways. So here's an example of a question that we have on question 5. So there's a few different ways I can do this. I need to know 13/8 take away an amount of 8, which I don't know yet, equals 1. So one way you could do it is to think, well, I know that 13/8 could be written as a mixed number. As a mixed number, that is 1 and 5/8. So then 1 and 5/8 take away something equals 1. And that must be the 5/8. So these questions could be done by first converting the improper fractions into mixed numbers. That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is by thinking of your 1 in terms of eighths. So how many eighths are there in 1? There are 8 eighths in 1. So then this turns the question into something like this. 13/8 take away a certain amount of eighths equals 8 eighths. So I know that 8 add this will make 13. And again, that gives me an answer of 5. So for question 5, there are actually a few different ways, and it's sort of up to you to work out the way that works best for you. If you prefer to convert the improper fractions into mixed numbers where necessary, then do that. Or you might want to convert an answer into a mixed number or into a fraction where necessary as well, just to help you to visualise it.
John